Okay, today we're going to estimate differences, and it's just like estimating sums. Remember, difference is when you subtract. You're taking away from the whole. Same steps as estimating sums. First thing you're going to do is round the numbers. Remember, if it's a two-digit number, meaning that there's two numbers in the number, you're going to round to the nearest 10. If it's a three-digit number, you're going to round to the nearest 100. Make sure you have these steps in your notebook. Number 2, then you're going to subtract the new numbers. And remember, you're not getting the exact answer. You're getting an estimate. You might use this when you're working with money in the grocery store and make sure you have enough money. You went to the store, you say that you have $40, your item is $23, you round that to 20, and then you can subtract to make sure that you have enough. You're getting an estimate, not the exact number. All right, let's try this. Super easy, we know how to round, so we're going to start with 58, deciding whether or not it is weak or strong. The 8 is strong, pushes the 5 to a 6, and we know the 8 then becomes a 0. 60, I'm looking at the 3, it's weak, no power, does not push the 3 up, so it stays 30. And then 0 minus 0 is 0, 6 minus 3 is 3. This is your estimated difference. Let's do the next one, 95. I put this one in here just to remind you that when you have 95, 5 is a strong number. It's going to push the 9 up to a 10. There's my 10. 9, 10. The 5 becomes a 0. So I end up with 100 minus 2 is weak, no power to push the 4 up. The 4 stays the same. The 2 becomes a 0. Make sure you're lining this up. You have your 1s, your 10s, your 100s. 0, 0, and then we get 6. And we know that there's more on the floor. Cross this off. Make that a 0. This becomes a 10. Okay? Or you can think about that fact that we know 10 minus 4. So don't get tricked. Don't forget. More on the floor. Go next door. Next one. Rounding to the nearest 100 because I have 3-digit numbers. So I'm looking at the tens place to decide whether or not it's weak or strong. This 7 is strong. Pushes the 6 up to a 7. And I end up with 700 because the 7 and the 8 turn to zeros. 327. I'm rounding to the nearest 100. I look at the tens. I have a 2. It's weak. This weak number has no power to change the 3 up. So it stays a 3, and the 2 and the 7 become zeros. And then all I do is simply subtract 0, 0, and 7 minus 3 is 4. My estimated answer is 400. And remember, I know that that's correct because I'm rounding to the nearest 100, so I need to have a number that we count by hundreds. 400 is that number. Next one. I'm rounding to the nearest 100. I look in the tens place. This number is weak, has no power to push up the 7. It remains a 7. The 4 and the 3 become zeros, just what we did last week. 300. The 6 is strong, pushes the 3 to a 4. I'm subtracting 0, 0, 3. So my answer is 300. Remember, I'm just estimating, not getting the exact answer. And now you try. Remember to complete this, and then bring it to me.